Hello! You're listening to Those Crazy Weirdos. I'm Martine.
And I'm Cameron.
And welcome to episode 37.
37.
Are you going to give me your prime factorizations?
Are you ready for this? Prime factorization. 1 times 37.
Yeah.
That's it.
Prime.
37 is a prime number.
Yeah. Well, you want to know...
Therefore, the factors are 1 and 37. Whoa.
And that was prime factorization with Cameron.
Yes, it was.
Now it's time to move into periodic table with Martine.
Oh, I see. I
Number
like it.
37 is rubidium.
Rubidium. Okay.
On the periodic table of
I don't know
elements.
if I remember hearing about rubidium.
Rubidium. Maybe it's called something different in English, actually. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, I don't know why I remember that one. It makes me think of the Queen wearing jewels. Don't know why 37's associated with that.
You remember that it's number 37? You didn't write this down?
Oh, no.
You didn't write this?
No, I'm checking now,
I'm definitely No way. Wait. Really? No way that you knew that this was element 37 periodic table. Is it actually? It is rubidium. Wow. How do you remember that?
I don't know.
It's a soft, silvery white alkali metal. So you're correct. Like silvery stuff associated with the Queen and all that. Wow.
Maybe. I remember thinking that maybe the 37 is, I was like, she wishes she was 37.
Whoa. Damn. Slamming the Queen.
This is when I was younger and learning the periodic table.
Yeah, she was old for our entire
Yeah.
childhood.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, on that glorious note,
No, I have one more thing to tell you.
Okay.
I have thought about whether I'd eliminate oranges or lemons every single day since the last recording of this podcast.
Oh boy.
It's plagued my existence.
And?
I still think about it. I still support my lemon decision, but I'm not happy about it, such that I keep thinking about it.
Wait, what do you mean you still support your lemon decision?
I want to keep lemon in my life.
Yes. Okay. That was it?
That was it. I just wanted to tell you that was... I keep thinking about it, Cameron.
I'm proud of myself. I can give myself a pat on the... That's me patting myself on the back for such a good quack question then.
Ugh, sadness.
I'm excited to hear yours later.
Mm-hmm. Also, we just ate chocolate, so life is great.
It sure is.
Do you want to taste my tea?
Yeah, sure.
There's not much left of it, so don't have much.
We could do the triple T. The TTT. Instead of the TTC.
I know, I was going to say, you sound like you're talking about a public transport agency. This is also an old tea.
Sound like I'm talking about a public transport agency. You mean the TTC?
Yeah.
Why don't you just say the TTC?
So that anyone who doesn't know, the TTC is the Toronto Transit Community Club.
Toronto Transit Club? That'd be so funny. No, I think it is the commission.
Anyways.
I don't know.
That they would know.
They're the TTC.
It was a sly definition for anyone who was too scared to ask.
There you go.
You're welcome, everyone.
I have no idea what that is, but it's really good. What? What? What's so funny?
I don't know.
Sorry, when I said that, I meant the T. I have no idea
Yeah.
what that's... Sorry, I realized that in audio format, people might not have realized I pointed at it.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't know what the tea flavor is, but it's really good.
It's raspberry with blue magic juice.
Oh, nice. Okay. You don't say.
Oh, look at that.
Aha.
Well, for that, we have to cue the theme tune.
Roll the theme tune.
Those crazy weirdos. Those crazy weirdos. Those crazy weirdos.
I don't say.
I really quite.
With two old men from the Muppet Show.
Do you really think you sound like an old man?
Most definitely.
Yes, you do. Okay, that's enough of that.
Why do you have a hoarse voice today?
No reason.
All right.
Do you want to start or do you want me to?
No, let's do some Ig Nobels to start. Let's do, let's go with 2018.
Okay. In 2018, the award for medicine was given to a duo for using roller coaster rides to try and hasten the passage of kidney stones.
Oh.
So not only can it cure you out of your asthma, it can also potentially move your kidney stones along.
Oh, what was it? Scare you out of your asthma? Yeah.
Well, we decided that was how that worked.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. It does say to try and hasten, so I imagine it probably didn't work.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
Who knows?
Try it.
In anthropology, the award was given to 3 people for gathering evidence that in a zoo, chimps imitate humans about as often as humans imitate chimps.
Really?
And now, I wasn't sure whether or not to interpret that the way you just did, or to interpret it as, well, when humans imitate chimps and chimps just go about their business, chimps are imitating humans because the humans are imitating them. Do you see what I mean?
What do you mean by that? I'm sorry, but what do you mean by that?
So if a human is imitating a chimp, then that means that when the chimp isn't imitating anyone, it's technically imitating a human because the human is imitating a chimp. It's imitating a human imitating a chimp.
Oh, no, come on.
Is that what they mean, or are they just...
No, they
talking about-
definitely mean that
Okay.
the chimp is imitating the human. Like, the
Got
human
it.
will laugh and, like, look at his, like, I don't know, you'll look at something and then point at you, and then the chimp will just point back.
Maybe.
You know
I
what
mean,
I
I
mean?
wouldn't know. I feel like I haven't really witnessed any chimps.
I feel like chimps could imitate humans. They're smart.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I was just wondering if... Anyways.
I love that you said that a chimp just going about its business is imitating a human.
Well,
I don't think
wasn't
so.
sure if that's what they were implying with that.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
But maybe.
that's good. In biology, the award was given to 8 people for showing that wine experts can reliably identify by smell the presence of a single fruit fly in a glass of wine.
What?
I don't know if these wine experts are like bloodhounds or something.
For real?
But yeah.
Also, I'm just going to point out that wine experts are called enophiles.
What?
Enophiles.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
I think it's an enophile, isn't that it? Or a venophile? What is it?
I mean, you can look it up.
Eno.
I thought you were going to say wine experts are sommeliers. What is the difference between a sommelier and a wine expert?
Yeah, enophile.
Oh, that is not the way. So everyone, take a wild guess how you spell it. Not that way.
I also didn't type this into Google.
That's good.
Like this. I just popped up, thankfully.
So, for
It's-
all of you awaiting the answer,
Oenophile.
file.
Yeah.
Eno. Is that how you pronounce it?
Enophile.
Yeah.
Enophile.
Wow,
I
that's a
don't-
very soft voice. Enophile.
Enophile.
I don't like that.
Yeah, enophile. It's a wine
Weird.
expert. Yeah.
Well, apparently they can smell fruit flies.
Wow, that's really cool.
Just imagine you walk into your house and you're like, there's a fruit fly infestation.
That pesky fruit fly. You're right, though. You must have, like, bloodhound noses. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Anyway, the award for chemistry was given to 3 people for measuring how good human saliva is as a cleaning agent for dirty surfaces.
Dude, what'd they find out?
I
Do you
don't know.
Oh, I want to know. Because I think it genuinely is quite good.
I mean, yeah, it is like...
I mean, there's a reason spit shine exists as a term, right? I don't know. It must exist for a reason.
lack of resources.
No, I would think it's more like someone was looking for water and then decided to just spit on something instead of finding water because they're in the middle of something, and then it just worked really well. Therefore, spit shine.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know. That's what I would think.
who knows? I am in no position to have any opinions.
Me neither. But I still think it would work just fine.
Anyways, the last one in this year. This is 2018.
Yeah.
Which isn't like that long ago. Anyway, the award for medical education was given to someone for their report entitled Colonoscopy in the Sitting Position. Lessons learned from self-colonoscopy.
From self-colonoscopy.
Oh, gosh.
That's rough.
That would be horrible.
A self-colonoscopy.
From what I've heard, it's already an unpleasant experience. I don't know why you'd want to inflict that upon yourself. I, wouldn't be able to go through with it. I'd be like, I can't do this. Anyway, yeah, that was it for 2018.
Wow. Those are good, man. Those are good. I'm trying to wonder how you could smell a fruit fly in your... I don't know. Sorry. I thought
you were going to talk about the self-colonoscopy.
Yeah, the self-colonoscopy is interesting. It's kind of the thing
Smelling a fruit fly is what you're
doesn't make you think as much as
on.
Yeah. Anyway.
Talk about crumbs in the wine. Shout out to episode 11.
Yeah, talk about... That's true. All right. Would you like to hear about the Norway skateboard ban?
Oh, yes! So, background for this, everyone. We have a page-a-day calendar, and there's little tiny facts on the bottom.
It's like Uncle John's page-a-day bathroom reader or something.
Yeah, and they've got random facts. And as far as I know, we haven't actually taken any facts from there before.
No, not really.
One of their little ones that they didn't explain was just that Norway banned skateboards for a specific amount of time. And we were like, what? We need to know more about this.
Yeah, and then I remember we both wrote it down basically immediately, and we were like, we'll see who gets to it first.
Like a competition.
So I'm glad that you didn't get to it first. However, I am here now.
Oh, I'm fascinated.
And I have a little history lesson about it. Some fun facts,
Hit me.
Go through it. Ready.
So
it was banned for 11 years between September 1978 to May 1989.
Okay, so this is recent. People alive today could remember this.
78 to 89. Many people alive today do remember it.
Okay.
Yeah, the ban was only lifted 35 years ago.
Time is fake. All right.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, here's the history. Skateboarding was a relatively new sport at the time, especially for Norway. It had only been invented in the United States a couple of decades earlier, and then introduced to Norway in 1978, when the boards still first started being sold.
Wow.
So, apparently skateboarding was invented as by surfers in the western United States when there were no waves.
Oh, really?
They wanted another thrill, so they were skateboarding.
Really?
Yeah, but it took decades to make its way over to Europe. And 1978 is when boards first started being sold in Norway.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
Sorry. I have to interrupt you. Our puppy is sleeping, but his tail is wagging.
Oh my goodness, it's going crazy.
Incredibly distracting because I'm trying to look at you while you're speaking, and all I see is a tail just flailing about.
That's so funny. Okay.
Anyways, sorry.
Did you hear everything I said though? Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that only lasted a few months. So they started selling the boards 1978-ish. Months later, public opinion flips, just floop. And Norway. Is it public opinion? Is that what it is? Okay.
Something really funny about an F. You know what I mean? The flush sound. Okay. I think it's the chocolate.
You think it's the chocolate? What do you think it's the chocolate?
Okay.
All right.
Public opinion flips.
Public opinion flips months later. And Norway then passes legislation banning not only the sport itself, but also the promotion of the sport.
Oh, what?
As well as the sale and or importation of skateboards.
Just imagine the taboo shop around the corner is a skateboard shop and not one selling shrooms.
Dude, that is literally the perfect example. We have to give context for this though. In Ontario right now, psychedelic mushrooms are illegal.
Yeah.
Period. They're illegal. They're illegal throughout Canada, I'm fairly sure. I think there's some small medicinal studies, but vastly illegal.
Mm-hmm.
But weed is legal right across the country. Recently, there's been a bunch of fun guys shops popping up, and these fun guys are just selling psychedelic mushrooms. The police keep raiding them and keep shutting them down. Then they open up literally the next day. They have enough stock somehow. They keep getting away with it. They keep giving news articles. Like there's interviews to the news, and the news posts articles being like, "Fun Guys owners opening right again," as the police raid them for the 4th time. It's like, what's going on here? How could you have been raided? Anyway, I don't understand it. But yes, it's very taboo. There's fun guys everywhere somehow, despite it being illegal. Yeah. Imagine
And we're bringing that back to skateboards.
Imagine if they're selling skateboards and you're like, oh, skateboards are illegal. I can't believe they're selling.
Skateboard shop opens again.
Yeah, seriously, like even promoting skateboarding was illegal.
That surprises me. I would have thought that it would have been one of those kind of like wacky bans that.
Yeah, no,
didn't hold
this was a
much.
serious ban. Like there were a lot of arrests. There was you could even go to prison.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they give a reason why? You just said public opinion.
A plinion. So a plinion and a plinion.
Public opinion shifted.
So that was the history. The cause.
Uh-huh.
So the cause.
Okay.
It was seen as too dangerous by some.
Okay.
I say by some because I doubt everyone, but it was like, seems like there was a pretty big general consensus that it was quite dangerous.
Okay.
And to be fair, it was backed up by some numbers from reports coming out of the United States.
Okay.
And those claimed that 28 children had died and about 100,000 others were injured whilst skateboarding in 1977, so the year before.
Oh, just 1 year. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So 1978, boards start being sold in Norway. Mm-hmm. Reports come out from the United States saying that 1977, 28 children had died, about 100,000 other people were injured. So Norway, like all of a sudden, oh no, skateboarding is a super dangerous thing.
Right.
We need to protect our children. That was a big part of the campaign to ban them, was we're protecting our children, we're protecting lives or whatever. Mm-hmm. So then during the ban, is this next section, during the ban, well, as you would expect, what do you think happened during a ban?
I mean, everyone wants to skateboard.
No, not necessarily. During Prohibition, did everyone want to drink?
There's black market skateboards.
Exactly.
Yes.
A thriving black market comes out of it, though. It doesn't mean that everyone wants to do the thing. I mean, the thing was banned for a reason, right? Like, there was enough people thinking it's dangerous, whatever.
It comes from a good place, the ban, at least.
Yes. Yeah. But anyway, as expected, a sort of black market emerges.
Amazing.
For skateboards and for skateboarding. So people were constructing skateboards illegally at home, some out of plastic, blah, blah, blah. They were taking, like, roller blades. Was the blades the one in a row?
Yeah.
Okay, taking rollerblades and taking the wheels off and putting them on
smart.
Plastic and things
wait.
that.
Roller blading was legal, but not roller skateboarding.
Not skateboarding, yeah.
Okay, but roller blading was.
Yeah.
Okay. That seems kind of inconsistent.
Does it?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I have no
Okay.
idea. But anyway, yeah, so people were just kind of making these jank illegal skateboards.
Man, just imagine if you're the skateboard mafia boss.
I don't know if they had any. It seems like it was very underground.
There's a gap in the market for that.
But yeah, some were constructing them illegally, and some were just straight up smuggled into the country. It's so funny saying that you smuggled skateboards, but
Skateboard smuggler.
they were genuinely smuggled because it was illegal to import them. So there you go. And practitioners of the sport would still practice it and even pass on the skills to the youngins. They would build ramps in abandoned warehouses, in forests, or basically anywhere where they could evade police watch, like outside of the eyes of police and the public. So apparently, like, they have pictures online of some of these ramps in like the middle of the forest in Norway during this ban.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. It's kind of cool, right?
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll stop there for now.
Very intriguing.
But yeah.
I very much appreciate having the context to this. Mm-hmm. All right. Do you want to give me a year?
Let's do another recent one. Let's do 2020.
Ooh, all right. In 2020, the award for acoustics was given to 5 people for inducing a female Chinese alligator to bellow in a chamber filled with helium-enriched air.
No. And
I forgot where that ended. That was it. That's
it?
what they got the award
oh
for.
my goodness. Okay. The world is ridiculous. I love it. This is 2020.
Yeah.
Of course it was.
This is during a pandemic.
Yeah.
Anyways, the award for management was given to 5 hitmen in China who managed to each subcontract out the same hit until the 5th guy, and nobody actually killed anyone. Do you remember this? We've talked
I think
about
I
this.
do remember
so
this.
So someone
yeah.
got hired to kill someone, and then that person subcontracted out another hitman to do the same thing, and then that hitman got somebody else to do that work, and then that went down the line till the 5th person, and then the 5th guy just didn't end up killing anyone.
Yeah, I do remember this.
No one died. But yeah.
But they got found out somehow.
I know. I remember we talked about this before.
Yes, we have talked about this.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I know.
I don't know
2020 this is. Anyways, I enjoy that was the award for management.
For management. Yeah. Just it's all contractors all the way down.
Delegate.
Yeah, just pay the next guy $100 less. You take your cut, right?
Yeah. This is interesting. The award for entomology, which is the study of insects,
Okay.
was given to a guy for collecting evidence that many entomologists, insect studiers.
Wow. I didn't believe it.
I know.
Entomologists study insects, but entomologists study entomology.
Yeah, I know.
That's shocking.
The world is a surprising place sometimes. You know what he found out about many entomologists?
What did you find out?
That they're scared of spiders.
Oh, well, that kind of makes sense, I guess. Let's see why not. I feel like a large portion of the population is afraid of spiders. Arachnophobia. Good thing spiders aren't insects.
Yeah, that is true. But you would still think that someone who studies creepy crawlies wouldn't mind other versions of creepy crawlies.
Maybe.
Anyways, we should just call it creepy crawlology.
Creepy crawlology.
The award for medicine was given to 3 people for diagnosing the medical condition misophonia.
That's the Do
you know it?
I think so. Is it the phone one? No. Never mind. What is it? Misophonia.
Misophonia is the distress at hearing other people make chewing sounds.
Oh. Okay, I've definitely heard about this one.
Dude, just imagine you're like in the lunchroom or something and you're like, I'm so sorry, I'm misophonic, so could you just eat a little bit further away?
I don't think you can be misophonic because sometimes I do it just to make you upset. And you do get upset.
Wait, are you talking about you as in me you or as in you as in a person you?
No, you.
Oh, like me you. Oh, I see.
As in you. As in Martine.
Oh, right. No. Well, I don't have misophonia.
No, you
but
don't.
It's a really fancy word that can get people to,
This is your new party talk. You're gonna go, hey, did you guys know what misophonia is?
My party talk wouldn't be about that. I'd be like, yo, do you know that insect studiers are scared of spiders? Yeah. Anyway.
Let's move on. Just keep going.
The award for medical education, yet again, was given to a bunch of leaders of countries for using COVID-19 to teach the world that politicians can have a more immediate effect on life and death than scientists and doctors can.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually really, what a burn. It's I don't know if that's a burn or also wow, you saved a bunch of people, or both.
I know. But
Yikes.
at least one of the people who was given this, one of the leaders of the countries who got this medical education award, was the leader of Belarus, which, throwback to 2013, is the second time he's won this award because he had a man arrested for clapping when he only had one arm.
Oh, boy.
So
good old Belarus.
Ties that back in quite nicely. He's won 2 of them. Accomplished man.
Yeah.
And that concludes 2020.
Good old Belarus. All right. Let's talk about the end
Sorry,
of the
one
band.
sec. Can we just talk about how we're currently making stew and it's in the oven and I keep getting whiffs and it's intoxicating.
Wow. We can talk about that if you want.
I can and did.
All right. I agree. It smells really good in here. I'm excited. But let's talk about the end of the skateboard band, Martine. So, actually, before the end of the band, they made an exemption.
What?
So, going into the 80s, from what I read, it sounds like as the band went on, enforcement became more and more lax. So, like, when the
makes
band
sense.
came in,
Yeah.
people were like gung-ho, like, we don't want skateboards, blah, blah, blah. The police were arresting a bunch of people.
Skateboard
They were
protests.
confiscating things. They were laying out charges. Mid to late 80s, there were more pressing issues. People, like, the police didn't really,
I mean, yeah.
you know, it's like, okay, that guy's got a skateboard, sure, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But they made an official exemption at one point, and that
Huh.
was for one singular skate club park
Oh, really?
in Norway, in
Okay.
Oslo in particular, and they were
Okay.
given an exemption. So apparently, though, the police would stop you still in Oslo if they saw you with a skateboard, and you'd have to carry your club card with you, your membership
That's so
card,
interesting.
on you at all points to prove that you were
Part of this
a
club.
member and you were heading there to do it because like you had
Wow.
your skateboard or whatever. Yeah,
Do you know why they exempted this one club?
I have zero idea. Maybe because
Wow.
there was enough pushback and
Yeah.
enough like
Maybe
enough,
they're like, you can do it in this one safe
there's probably
environment.
a number of people and advocates telling the government,
Yeah.
hey, listen, the rest of the world is already like they're doing the skateboarding thing. The boat is left. We're never gonna be able. Just please let us practice.
Yeah.
And they gave him. I have no idea. That's my.
That's so interesting.
I couldn't
though.
find a reason why the exemption even
Yeah.
exists or anything, but
Huh.
that's what it is.
That's cool.
But the end of the ban was nigh. Finally, after 11 years, they decriminalized skateboarding in 1989. Yeah, dude, I'm serious. They decriminalized it in 1989, and that resulted in a huge boom in popularity.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like exactly what we saw with weed here. You know what I mean? Like
I
as soon
see.
as cannabis was legalized in Canada, everyone was like, "Oh my god!" Like 1,000,000 cannabis stores showed up.
Yeah.
And then a few years later, they all go away.
Yeah.
The boom comes. Everyone's like, because it's legal, I'm going to do it now. And then it levels back down to a normal level. You know what I mean?
Skateboarding.
So it was the same thing with skateboarding.
That's
Can you
so
believe? Like I'm
interesting.
talking about skateboarding, but yeah, everybody was skateboarding in 1989. As soon as the ban was lifted, everyone's like, "I'm gonna go buy a skateboard. I'm gonna skateboard." And like 2 years later, it was back to the same guys who were skateboarding the whole time
whole
underground.
time, yeah.
Like the same underground group. There was a few more, of course.
Yeah.
But since then, it has gained a lot of popularity in Norway.
That's
and
so cool.
Norway now produces a lot of really good skateboarders. They
Oh,
host,
cool.
yeah, they host an annual X Games,
Okay.
and the national team even qualified for the Olympics in 2020. Yeah, so some of the best.
That's so cool.
Yeah. The only other thing I have here is other skateboarding bans. So I tried to find out if there were other places that banned skateboarding. It seems like no. Norway was the only. It was the only countrywide ban of skateboarding.
Really?
Many cities and many like localized areas within cities ban skateboarding to this day, of course. I'm sure
Right.
even here in our city there's some places where you can't skateboard.
Yeah.
But that's more of like a public nuisance, public
Yeah. Not because
safety
of
thing.
like,
So, like-
criminal.
yeah, like usually it's restricting it. You know, you can't skateboard on this street, on this busy sidewalk. You can't,
Yeah.
outside courts or government buildings or, I mean, they usually just say like, here, you could practice in any of the skateboard parks in the city, but there's lots of them, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And that seems to be the case now in Norway as well.
Wow.
That was it. That's the story of the Norway skateboard ban, which is a unique phenomenon amongst.
That's so cool.
world.
I
It's so
love
interesting.
knowing that backstory.
It's very cool, right? Like, it's really interesting.
I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did.
11 years, man.
Yeah.
There's a whole underground skateboarding world in Norway for 11 years.
Man.
Yeah.
That's like the entirety of like people's remembered childhoods. You know what I mean? Like there's just a certain set of people who that wasn't really an option.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So interesting.
Do you want to do one more Ig Nobel?
Yeah, we should do one more so that we get through these years.
All right, let's do the 2022 one.
Okay. In 2022, the award for literature was given to 3 people for their analysis of what makes legal documents unnecessarily difficult to understand.
Here we go. The legalese.
Yeah. There's been studies about it.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. The award for biology was given to 2 people for studying whether constipation affects the mating prospects of scorpions. It's very important.
Dude, I wonder who studied that? This is...
Biology, 2 people.
Dude, I wonder, like, honestly, who funds these things? Like, could you imagine? I would love to have enough money to say, like, you want to do a study on constipated scorpions having sex. Funded. Boom. Here's the check I'm writing.
Stamp of approval.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Horny constipated scorpions. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Horny get more like thorny, or what is a scorpion?
Oh, what is that called? The stinger? What do you call that?
I don't know. Anyway, there's a pun there somewhere.
Yeah. Write in if you found the pun. Little Easter egg for everyone.
God, that's really funny though.
Yeah. That one's definitely the best one of this year. The other ones I have, the award for safety engineering was given to a guy for developing a moose crash test dummy.
Oh, okay. That's actually genius.
I know. Just imagine, like, you walk into someone's workshop and you're like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm making a moose crash test dummy.
But that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. Totally.
I don't know if folks outside Canada don't realize, but there are a lot of meese.
Yeah.
And they stand in the road and then you hit the car. You know,
Yeah.
Like, I've heard about it. I've never seen one.
More damaging for the car than the moose, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
So.
But it's crazy because we both know people who have hit meese.
Oh, yeah. It's very common.
I love that I'm saying meese as if it's a real word.
Anyways, the last award was given in 2022. I can't. Anyways.
Yeah, keep going. The last award for 2022 was
given in physics to 6 people for trying to understand how ducklings can manage to swim in formation.
Oh, that's really cool. Dude,
Yeah.
This is a lot of really useful... Okay, the ducks in formation isn't necessarily useful. But the moose crash test dummy seems
Yes,
useful.
the moose crash test dummy is. And I mean, the constipated scorpions is
But
also
that one's
very
just...
useful.
No, that's just hilarious.
Well,
I'm sorry. That's just too funny.
Maybe. One can argue. Okay, hear me out. Scorpion, venom, toxin, poison, whatever. Venom?
It's going to be venom, yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that a really useful thing for some kind of, like, medical...
I have no idea.
Or, like, helpful
Probably
for
to make
curing
anti-venom?
something, or the anti-venom. So maybe the scorpions they have in captivity are all constipated and they're not mating. So they're like, we need more of this anti-venom stuff. We need more babies.
Highly doubt this narrative. But it is plausible.
But I have a great imagination. Thank you very much. I know. But I see how it is. We can just move on, quacking away like the ducks in formation.
The ducks in formation is a great transition over to the quack question.
Very chic.
And now it's time for the quack question. Quack, 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 quack. Oh, what is that? That's clucking. Okay, sorry. Anyway, yes. Okay.
How dare
There
they
we
be
go.
clucking in the quacks?
I know.
It is me this week with the quack
I'm
question.
so ready to answer your quack question.
Okay.
Especially because I gave you such a good one last week.
You're on a quack question high, are you? If your reflection in the mirror could be anything you choose it to be, what would you pick?
Does that... Wait. Okay, just the reflection in the mirror, or
Yeah.
do you mean that I am actually?
No, just the reflection.
It's just not a reflection of me then.
It can be if you want it to be. You can change your reflection at will. What would you change it to?
What? I think at will.
Yeah.
So I don't have to choose one thing.
No.
Well, then that means that it's basically a crystal ball. Like I could
What?
just change my reflection to be you wherever you are, and then I can see where you are. All right, it's like a mirror,
Oh.
show me, whatever.
You totally
Is that what you
totally
mean?
gamified that. No, I was going to say, like, if I'm in a washroom washing my hands beside someone else, I'm going to make my reflection them, and then they're going to be so confused.
Told me I can change the mirror image at will.
Yeah. So then
And
I
you
would
decided that you're gonna use it to mess with people.
Yeah.
You're too deep into the haunting aspect, Martine. You went too deep. Halloween is over.
You could have no reflection, and then people think you're a vampire.
Okay, I do admit I would probably do that as well. But based on what you've described, I would just make it mirror, mirror on the wall. Show me the blah 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 of Martine. Martine's wherever
So,
Martine is, and then show me
essentially,
wherever someone is. Show me.
You're
this.
making it like magic.
Yeah, isn't that you said at will?
Yeah, you can change your reflection at will. I'm just trying to grasp what kind of bending of the rules you're trying to achieve here.
Okay. Other thing that'd be great
Yeah.
is that you could totally, like, if you want to wait for something to happen, right? And you're like, I'm just going to nip out and do something, or I'm going to pop over and do something while something else is happening.
Yeah.
You just bring a little portable mirror with you, and then you could just check on it periodically wherever you are.
Like, I thought this was going to be way less sci-fi than it's turned out to be. You've essentially decided you're going to use a mirror reflection to predict the future and to change the course.
No one
of,
predicts the future.
oh, to see into the future.
No, I never said see into the future.
How would
I
you
said
use the little...
see, like, things that aren't in my current field of vision. But now that you say it, can I see the future? Can I actually use it to see
Isn't
the
that
future?
what you just said? I thought you just said you'd bring a little pocket mirror so that you could see when the thing you're waiting for it to happen happens.
Yeah, dude, it'd make you, like, a great... Like, dude, I would join the police. I'd rise to the ranks so fast. Just imagine. Oh, you guys are going to do a stakeout? No worries. I'm just going to be chilling on my couch at home, and I'll let you know what happens. Because you could just spy on criminals. Boom.
Wow. This seems like you've taken the law of the mirror onto your own hands.
You're the one who literally said, I can see anything I want in this mirror.
I know. I thought you were going to pick like some fun reflection,
Okay.
like a clown or a baboon or something. And here you are picking...
I would most of the time probably just want to see myself still. Even though I rarely look in a mirror.
Yeah.
So
You frequently ask the question, should I look at myself more often?
I don't frequently ask that question. I have asked that question.
More than once.
Yeah, probably more than once, because sometimes I do find out I have like gribblies in my eyes midway through the day, and I'm like, I should probably like look at myself in a mirror, but I just can't be arsed. Like, it's just, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wow.
let's move on. I gave you my answer. I think it's a good answer based on the parameters of the question.
Well, there you have it. And now it is time for the cheerful earful. I had a jingle that I don't remember anymore. 1 second. Processing.
Beep, boop, beep, bop, boop, beep.
Cheerful, earful. Right now. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Leave a message after the tone.
Okay, right. Let's just move on. We're going to do the cheerful. Are you ready to become happier?
Wow. That implies that I am not as happy as I need to be. How
ready?
rude of you.
It implies that this is a cheerful earful and it's supposed to cheer you up because it's a cheerful earful.
Right?
God, I sounded super nasally right there. Anyway.
You always sound so nasally.
Wow. Okay. the headline of this article. Rats trained to sniff out smuggled rhino horn and pangolin scales.
That is there's very much a movie in that. Keep going.
But it's true. They've trained African giant pouched rats.
That sounds
to
horrifying.
Alert their their handlers when they find illegally trafficked wildlife products. Look at how cute that rat is.
Oh.
It's wearing a little harness.
Okay, that's actually quite cute, the little harness.
That thing can sniff out trafficked animal goods.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Why don't they just use dogs for that?
I don't know. Rats are better at it. I have no
Cheaper,
idea.
probably.
I don't think it's the cheapness, to be
Smaller.
honest, because it's probably the training that costs the most. But anyway.
Interesting.
But yeah, they're being used. Yeah, they can be trained to sniff out pangolin scales, rhino horns, elephant tusks, and hardwood. So researchers trained 8 African giant pouched rats to sniff out the contraband, even when it was hidden amongst other items that are commonly used to hide the goods, I guess, from dogs and sniffing things.
That's cool.
So people usually include peanuts, leaves, wigs, washing powder, things that like smell to kind of hide the smell of the other things. But yeah, they've been using rats for this, this one study at least used rats for it, and it
That's
works.
so interesting.
So apparently the market for this stuff, this illegal wildlife product, is worth up to $20 billion
Oh, I hate people.
annually,
Wow.
according to Interpol.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so also the rodents that were used in this study were also used to sniff out landmines and TB, tuberculosis.
Whoa, these are very multi-use rats.
Yeah. And then it goes a little bit into the methodology. So the animals were initially rewarded with a food pellet if they held their nose for 3 seconds over a sample of pangolin scale, wood, rhino horn, or elephant
If
ivory.
they held their nose?
They held their nose.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you meant that their little paws were holding their tiny
No,
nose.
no.
And I was so confused.
If they held their nose for 3
Okay.
seconds over a sample of pangolin scale, wood, rhino horn,
Right,
or
right,
elephant ivory.
Yeah.
And then in simulations, they dressed them in tiny red vests, like harnesses, and attached them to leashes. And they attached a beeper to their front so that they could use their front paws to alert their handlers when they found contraband, for which they would receive another reward of food. So I guess they had like a little like alarm bell, like, hey, I smell something, come give me food.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and they were able to perfectly detect pangolin, wood, and rhino horn after 8 months of not smelling them.
After 8 months of not smelling them.
Yes. So
What?
the
That's
researchers
really a long time.
Yeah, so the researchers said this suggested that rats could remember smells for as long as sniffer dogs.
Whoa.
Yeah, but they said, unfortunately, the results for elephant ivory not as accurate.
Oh, really?
As that had been stored with the rhino horn, and rats trained only on rhino horn sniffed it out. Yeah, so they have been used. In 2023, they were put in a real-world simulation. They were put to the test in the port of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania's, oh my gosh.
Tanzania?
Just pretend this is Tanzania's commercial capital. Okay. And they found 85% they planted like illegal.
Oh, okay.
85% of planted illegal wildlife samples, even through vents in shipping containers.
Whoa. Who knew, man?
So there you go.
Go them.
We now have a new animal helping us out with stopping the illegal traffic of wildlife
Aw.
products. That's awesome, eh?
That's really happy.
Yeah, isn't it? Little
That's
rats,
so
and they're actually so
cool.
much cuter than I thought they would be.
I mean,
I read the article title, and I think I was probably sitting on the toilet, if I'm honest. But I was like, this seems weird. Because I was imagining just a normal mouse, it's like mouse thing.
yeah.
And then I opened it and I saw the picture. I was like, that thing is really cute.
Okay.
That's also huge.
It's not as cute as I was expecting, but
It's
the
good.
fact it has a harness on makes it a lot cuter.
It's true.
They're like, they're big. What are they called? Like African
Giant African pouched rat.
pouched rat. I want to see what they look like without a harness. They're big, dude.
Yeah.
They're like the size of some small dogs. They're like the size of bunnies. Wow. They're very cute, though. You're right. They are actually quite cute. They're like a little squirrel. Who knew that they had such good sense of smell?
I know.
Aww.
Are you cheered?
Yeah, I'm cheered. Oh, I see a picture of, when you look up these kinds of rats, you see a picture from an article where they're training them for
exactly.
this.
Aren't they cute? I find them kind of cute.
I like their little harness.
Yeah.
Aw, that's happy. Good one.
And that is the end of this prime episode. Episode 37.
You're correct.
If you, as the audience, would like to send us your cheerful earfuls, your quack questions, or your you don't says, or any stories at all, please do that. You can reach us at
thosecrazyweirdospodcast at gmail.com.
or visit our website.
thosecrazyweirdos.ca.
That's it. That's all.
And thank you for listening.
Thank you so much for listening, and we will talk to you next week.
Yes, we will. Signing off for now. It's Martine with thosecrazyweirdos.news.ca. Bye.
Bye.